At this very moment, in a bar, restaurant, or house near you, someone is tossing back a few too many, and that someone's going to pick up the keys and get behind the wheel of a car.
He might make it home safely. He might not make it home at all. Or he could end up where Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson spent a long October night. Brian?
Brad and Kat, every year more than 40,000 Wisconsin drivers find themselves in a room a lot like the one I'm about to show you. It's a place few people ever get to see when they're sober. Tonight, we're taking you along to spend a night in the drunk tank. For all of the talk about getting tough on drunk drivers,
You been drinking tonight, sir? Not at all. Not at all.
Look at that, going in the lane 2.
you sometimes have to wonder how many of them are really listening.
Who doesn't drive after they've had a few drinks? Can you tell me?
Drunk driving is an epidemic that kills more people in Wisconsin every month than swine flu has all year.
We haven't changed the culture yet. Not yet.
Turn around for me, sir. You're under arrest. If there's any bad, you're under arrest. Turn around.
To me, there is no more of an urgent issue.
And that's why Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark allowed the FOX 6 investigators to venture beyond locked doors.
Can I just go home, please?
To a place very few people go voluntarily, inside the intoximeter room.
You have people who never been arrested before, never been on the wrong side of the law, all of a sudden have the handcuffs put on them.
Like I'm a criminal.
98C violator. 98C. John Zebra Pole.
It's 10:30 on a Friday night at the sheriff's substation in Wauwatosa. All is quiet in the intox, but it won't stay that way for long. Just after 11, a car cuts across traffic on Milwaukee's south side. A sheriff's deputy chases it onto the freeway and makes the first catch of the night.
How much have you had to drink tonight? Good.
To the untrained eye, 23-year-old Ruben Lopez appears to be perfectly coherent, but the deputy says he can smell alcohol on his breath.
I'm not intoxicated.
The intoximeter will be the judge of that, but first,
They have to do a 20-minute observation.
once the deputy is sure Lopez hasn't belched or thrown up, he's ready to give the first of 2 breath samples.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go.
Lopez will be credited with the lower result. In this case, they both come back at .08. By a hair, Ruben Lopez is legally drunk. The first offense is not a crime in Wisconsin, so instead of going to jail, Lopez gets to find a ride home.
They're calling.
Back out on the road,
We're going to make a stop.
the bars are closing,
2018, 2019. Okay.
and business is about to pick up for the sheriff's department.
Do not cry. Do not cry.
Like her car, this North Shore driver's emotions are all over the place.
God, this hurts me.
She is at times threatening,
I work for a high-powered law firm,
Very good.
so
dismissive,
whatever. You have a quota and we all know it.
loud,
And my f***ing car is now on a f***ing impound line.
and introspective.
You know what? I'm a strong woman and I will always get through anything no matter what.
Natalie Miller isn't just drunk.
Anyone that's in my way can suck it.
She's hammered.
I need to make a call, like now.
But no matter how drunk a driver is, deputies still have to sit them down and explain the intricate details of state law.
I'm requesting to speak with my attorney before I take the test. That's not a refusal of the test.
Implied consent.
Implied consent means you agreed to take a breath test the day you got your license.
Just by signing your driver's license, you've agreed. I'll give that up.
To give a sample of your breath or blood if a law enforcement officer requests so.
Of course, that's sometimes easier said
Okay, take a deep breath and blow.
than done.
And blow. Nope, you need to seal your lips around the mouthpiece like I described. Let go of the mouthpiece, ma'am.
It takes Miller 5 tries to get it right.
You can have a seat. I'll be calling you up again.
She blows a .17.
You're twice so legal limit.
Well, whatever.
It's now 3:30 in the morning, and as deputies haul in driver after driver, the room is buzzing with suspects. And just like the others, Artem Bogdanovich, Alfonso Ricaldi, and Jonathan Adams
Keep going. Okay.
are all first-time offenders.
I think the state of Wisconsin has to seriously look at making the first-time offender, a misdemeanor.
It appears Ricaldi's not as worried about going to jail as he is about telling his wife.
Please don't do this. You don't have to.
I have to. This is what I have to do.
According to his breath test, Ricaldi is the drunkest driver of the night, a .19. Bogdanovich, the least drunk, a .07. But if you think that means he's off the hook, think again.
Impairment actually starts at 03.
You heard him right. While .08 is the automatic legal limit, Lieutenant Brown says you can still be charged with OWI for less if officers can prove you were driving erratically.
We're still going to arrest you as if you were over the legal limit, and we have a pretty good DA's office where they're probably going to charge it.
As a sober friend signs for Bogdanovich, deputies are hauling in the last drunk driver of the night and the first repeat offender. This is Marnie Creamer's second offense. She's going to jail.
It's no different than holding a gun to somebody's head.
Sheriff Clark wants you to get the message sooner.
I want them to look into their TV sets and say, wow, that's going to happen to me.
Take that off me now.
7 drunk drivers pulled off the road.
I will sue you, you piece of
by one agency in just one night. And in a matter of hours,
Northbound, north of Ryan.
they'll do it all again.
Saturday is usually busier.
Despite all the tough talk in Madison, there actually appear to be more drunk drivers on the road this year than last. In 2008, the Wisconsin Department of Transportation recorded roughly 40,500 drunk driving-related convictions. This year, we're on pace to top 44,000. Now, to put that in perspective, that's enough to fill every seat in Miller Park, with a couple of thousand drunk drivers to spare.
Yeah, that video in the drunk tank really illustrates why people shouldn't be out there drinking and driving. Just 'cause, I mean, you can see how sort of out of sorts people become.
Well, and this is kind of seeing the problem in a way you don't often get to see it. And speaking, it's the way the cops see it every night.